Hello, Sandeep. We are live today on IBP News Now. And welcome, friends, to the IBP News. Today, we have a very special guest, which all of us are looking forward to, especially all those who have businesses and want fast growth in our businesses. All of us want actually to get good leads to be converted into genuine business. And here we have today a lead generation specialist who has been in this field for several years, and now he helps people to get them acquire good new customers. And this gentleman is Mr. Sandeep Tarte. Welcome, Sandeep, to the IBP News. And thank you very much for sparing time and joining us, helping our members and other people to understand what is the lead generation and how does it work. So, starting with, can you briefly introduce yourself, what you have done in terms of your academics, and then how did you get into the field of this lead generation?
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk about myself
Welcome.
and my lead generation specialization. So, first of all, talking about my academics, it's been I have done BSc HS. It means I have done hospitality studies. After while doing my graduation, I was damn sure that I do not want to do any job, and I was sure that I wanted to do only business. So I didn't attended a single interview in my college days. I was getting scolded lots of time because I didn't attended any interview. After completing my academics, because of some my injuries, I had to go under one ligament surgery. So I didn't get up. I didn't started my business. I was on bed rest for 2 to 3 months. But in that duration, I got to work in a BPO, and I was working in a call center in a telecalling job. But indirectly, I would say it was my dream to work in a BPO. And my parents wouldn't have allowed me, but that I got that opportunity to get that and enjoy that culture of call center. But when I started working in a call center, I realized that working in a call center, it was like it was very interesting. Means you are sitting in some place of the Mumbai, and you are able to convince someone who is sitting in Delhi, Kashmir, Kanyakumari, Kerala, and on that person didn't see you, and you can see that person just on the basis of your verbal communication, they are taking the decision. So that was very fascinating for me. And from that, I work in a 2 to 3 sales profiles, and after that I started my own business in a Thane, a snacks corner. And after starting the snacks corner, I was a first generation businessman. I didn't had any experience. I wasn't aware about what is the demograph, what is the psychograph of the customer. I just started the business with my friend. But by the time my product was very good. Means it's not like everyone feels and know like that their product is good, but at the end what matters is the sale.
Exactly.
My location, my calculation was very wrong at that time, that I thought that college will give me a very good revenue and very good crowd. But at then I started my business at wrong time, on the wrong timing. It's like I started in March, and it was almost end time of the exams.
The semester, yes.
Yeah.
There was a break in the college.
Exactly,
right?
and people,
Yes.
the students were coming only for 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then again, it's not only about 2 to 3 hours. After the exam, people were on holidays.
Yes.
So but my product was very good, and I was unable to leverage social media platform at that moment. And I was like, marketing wasn't in my mind. I was like, if my product is good, then people will come to me automatically. That was my mindset, that typically everyone feels the same. If you know that,
Exactly.
people always
Yes.
feel the same. If my product is good, that people will come to me. I didn't understood the demographic, and there was only college was nearby, and after 5 to 6, there not a single person was going beside from my shop. So I started getting burden of it, but I took decision to stop that business. I understood that it's not I'm giving up, but practically you have to take some decisions that you should know where to stop. It's not the end of everything. and I decided that if I will take little bit of time, I will learn and I will take the decision, I will start it again. And after that, I did a job in a sales. I done job in a pre-sales for real estate, in insurance. I've done in for loan. I have done sales for in a lots of verticals. So then I started my second vertical. That after one failure, I learned the winning strategy. I was doing snacks and I was doing beverage also, and that time I learned that snacks has lots of competition, and it has lots of what you say, you have to keep lots of inventory.
Yes,
Your raw
yes.
material get damaged, and it's like I wasn't making good profits into that. And then I realized that I should shift myself to the mocktails that has very good attraction, and that didn't had any competition at all, means on my scale. And my products was very good, and at that time I took a expert consultation. I involved one architect who designed a very good and nice cart, a very attractive cart. That and the specialty that in my first business failure, I learned that I was unable to change my location. Though my product is good, I am unable to take it to another place to try. So that time I decided I will start that my business from the street. So after starting that on street, I was able to get very good attraction for my cart was that good. People didn't know what is my product. They were just looking at the cart and they were coming to my stall and they were saying, what are you selling? And after that, they were asking me, what's your best product? They were asking me what is your, so I was giving my best product. And literally, like, I was getting clients like I didn't expect it. And it was like a life learning for me. It's like I understood what is the importance of getting attention, what is the importance of awareness. And that time people were putting content on their WhatsApp, they were taking snaps and they were putting there on social media, and people were coming to me showing that I want this product. So that time I understood the power of the social media, and what is the power of getting attention, and what is the power of marketing. Though your product is strong, but you should reach to your ideal customer. So that was I wasn't aware about that technical terms at that time, but
Exactly.
I understood it, like importance, why we should. It's not about your product should be good. That product should reach to your audience also.
Yes, yes. Identification of the target audience is
Is the yes,
extremely crucial and the most important thing, which will lead further to many other escalations and good business. Yes.
true.
Yes. So now that you have briefed us about the right kind of target audience and people that you must communicate to,
Yes.
what exactly does a lead generation specialist do? What is lead generation and what is the role of a lead generation specialist? And how is it different from social media marketing, which people talk about, and digital marketing, which people talk about?
Right. So it's a very good question. People think that if I say someone that I'm a lead generation expertise, he says that, oh, you are into digital marketing, you do social media.
Yes.
But it's not like that. If someone is coming to my for the lead generation, digital marketing, it's like a engineering. If you're going to someone and he says that I am an engineer, it doesn't mean that it's like it doesn't mean that he's a mechanical engineer also, he's a electrical engineer also, he's an electronic engineer also. Like, digital marketing is like engineering. If someone is using digital platforms to achieve anything, so then it's a digital marketing. So the purpose might vary. If people might use social media and Google My Business or anything, they might do it for the lead generation, they might do it for the direct sales, they will use just for to create brand awareness. So similarly, if I am doing lead generation, it means I will use that platforms to solely to generate lead. And what is the having
Which means to attract customers towards
Yes,
you, right?
exactly.
Towards your product and give them information
Yes.
about your product.
Yes.
Okay.
So lead, it means like it's like blood and blood of the business.
Right.
So if you are into service industry, so leads are blood of your businesses. If you want to promote your service, So you should have a consistent lead into your funnel. So if you want to sell your service, then you should reach out to the right audience. Sometimes people, when I say that I do lead generation, they ask, do you sell data? No, it's not data. I don't sell any data.
Yeah.
We try to create a audience for you. We try to create data for you, and not just the data. It's a data where people are interested to take your services. For example, if person is not interested and looking for your services, then, and that data is, their contact number is coming to you. For example, if you are sitting and you are getting a call, sir, do you want a loan,
Yeah.
and you are not looking for it, what will happen? Your efforts will go completely wasted.
Plus, you irritate the customer and you negate
Exactly.
him. Exactly. Yes.
So what happens if you don't have any qualified lead? What happens? Your sales team is unable to make profits for you. Even your sales team get irritated just because they are not getting good connectivity.
Yes.
And if they are connecting to your lead, and you that lead is saying I am not interested, it means you are wasting time of your sales team. You are wasting your money. Your qualified lead, it means we make sure that if you are generating leads, at least if you are connecting to him and he is saying that yes, I am looking for your services, he might not take service, but how would it feel like if your salesperson is calling and that person is saying, yes, I am looking for that services, but I'm looking for other, but it's now your salesperson, now it's your salesperson job to convince that to take your service.
So, yeah, exactly. In the earlier days, people used to get data and start what you used to call as blind calls.
Yeah, they're
Just
blasting.
make cold calls, calling,
Yeah.
and 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 100 might respond and say, okay, yes, I need your services.
Right.
Okay, it would definitely lead to frustration in case of sales team. But today, what you are saying is you are identifying the right customer who wants your services.
Yes.
Therefore, when you talk to him, he's already positive. It's just conversion and some kind of motivation that you have to give it to that customer so that he starts taking your product or services. Is that right, Sandeep?
Absolutely right.
Yes. Okay. So, why is this lead generation then become so critical? And especially for those startups who are starting up, they have a good product, but they don't have the right kind of target audience or business people or some kind of customers which they would like to sell. One, they are too highly obsessed with their products and they don't know which one to reach to what people. And secondly, the MSMEs and all also don't have too much of funds to spend on large scale marketing.
Understood.
So therefore, how does this lead become very critical for startups, MSMEs and smaller businesses, those who want to grow?
See, lead is like if you're offering any services and you are a startup, as you said, that people with startup sometimes has limited budget.
Yes.
So they should focus on always on quality work. If they want to be more productive, then their time is very valuable.
Yes.
So for example, if you are taking a random data and you're calling them and you're not getting connectivity, you are investing funds on your staff, your resources, right?
Yeah.
Sales comes later, but first you have to put that expenses.
Exactly.
So having qualified lead is like you are saving time. You cannot take whatever time has gone, you cannot take it back.
Yes.
In the service industry, it's a basic rule. You can, if you have done a loss, or if you are unable to sell that service today, you cannot able to sell that service. Whatever loss has happened today, you cannot recover it tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yes.
So having qualified lead is very important. So, and always people, if you are doing lead generation, so first of all you should understand what is your nature of business. So
that is very important. Yes.
There are two types of lead generation strategy.
Yeah.
One is means there are marketing strategies, outbound strategy, and one is inbound strategy. What is outbound strategy? Means you are showing some offer, you are creating awareness about your product and service, and then you are displaying that you are, for example, if you are scrolling social media and other platforms or any other platforms, and that ad is showing to you, and
Yeah.
then you are taking the decision.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you are seeing one offer and then you are putting and you are showing interest. That we say it as a outbound marketing. This is an
Right.
outbound strategy.
Right.
But second thing is that if you are looking for that service, like if it's not service, if you are facing some problem, like you are facing problem that you have rats in your homes, what you will do, you will say that I want the pest control
Yes.
service.
Yeah.
So it's like that person is intentionally looking for your service and he want to get rid of that problem. So what he will do, he come on Google and he will search for, then if you're searching it, then what will come, the Google profile will come on top, and then you will see that there are sponsored ads coming on top, and then some websites are coming. So this is our inbound marketing.
Right.
So we decide the platform according to your nature of business.
Exactly. All right. But how do you identify the right customer, that he is the person or she is the person who is interested in either services or the product? You spoke about services, whether it's pest control, etc. But
Exactly.
what about products, especially FMCG products, or even some industrial or some high priced product like
Right.
water purifiers or some other kind of gadgets?
Understood. For that, what we
How do you identify the customer basically and generate that lead, so that when a cold calling or when the sales team approaches them, they are already 60% sold out, or they're positive that yes, I need the services, and then basically the convincing part is left out.
Right. I understood. If you, as I understand, you want to know how we do lead generation for product industry.
Yes.
Right.
Products.
For products, sometimes we do direct. There are two types. If your product is new, and if that product people are not aware of your product.
Yeah.
Now you wanted to know the people, those who are interested. So one thing is like you can do direct selling. You are showing the offer and you are selling the product.
Exactly.
But in the market, as you know, that there are some SaaS products comes, and there are some actual consumer based products comes. So now people need a target audience. So what we do, we understand the psychography, or we first understand what is your product. People, is it a luxury kind or is it problem solving?
Okay.
So first we have to understand, if we want to show where that person will be.
Right.
We have to understand on which platform that person will be roaming. If he's not looking for solving the problem, or he will be taking knowledge about that problem, or he is facing that solution. So we do we make a plan of action, whether we have to do outbound marketing or inbound marketing. So we select channels according to your product. And if you want data, if that person is we are unable to sell that person on call, but we want data of that people that who might buy your product. So sometimes what we do some funnel marketing. It's a lead generation funnel, where for example, there is one product that we are unable to sell that product directly.
Yeah.
What we do, we create some lead magnet. We say that we show them outbound ad, that's, for example, some healthcare product is there. So what we will do, we will show some free giveaways.
Yeah.
Like you can get that 5 to 10 tips how to do this and that. In exchange of that, you will fill the form and we will deliver that product or PDF in automation. Now you are getting a good quality data, that person actually looking to solve that problem, or that person is interested to have that product.
Yeah.
So once we get that data, we do the next phase comes automation.
Yeah.
So there are multiple CRMs are there, automation tools are there, WhatsApp marketing tools are there. Then what we do automated replies or automated broadcasting, day 1, day 2. It's like nurturing the lead.
Okay.
It's a very important phase of lead generation. Once you get the lead, lots of people are getting the lead, but what happens once you get the lead?
Exactly.
So nurturing is the important phase.
Okay. And what do you do in nurturing?
For the nurturing, if you have good sales team or inbound team, in-house team who can call on that lead, so you can use that if your product is high ticket or something. Or if you want to do nurturing on automations, you do not want it. Sometimes what happens, you do not get a quality sales team. It means your one person is doing excellent job and some team member is doing very poor. So what you can do, now you need a stable and steady process that will nurture your client. If you are getting the lead, there are some automation tool through which we can send the post. It's not, I'm saying, whatever I'm saying, it's not I'm saying something big rocket science. You in lifetime, someone, sometimes you would have signed up for something, and now you are getting a broadcasting, now you are getting automated messages, right? Everyone, like, we are part of any someone's environment. Like, so you might be, so this is how we are do that nurturing on automation. For example, I'm into lead generation, I need some such type of tools. Some do, I fill up the form, or sometimes I get the messages on my broadcast also. But it's not like I'm taking that service right now. But what happens in nurturing, they are educating me about the product, about services. But when I will need that product, I will definitely go into that conversation, I will approach. So nurturing is very important.
So, after whatever you have spoken, I realize that there may be a lot of misconceptions then people may be having about leads, or maybe some wrong notions or something. If they may be thinking lead generation is data, lead generation is cold calling, or lead generation is just finding out on today a lot of tools are available on
Yes,
the
right.
internet to do it. So, what are the common misconceptions that you find with people, especially that you have dealt with, and how do you actually make them understand that these are misconceptions and these, it cannot be worked that way? You will have to go in a scientific manner, or probably a more professional approach you will have to have.
Yes, actually, see, the basic misconceptions people have, that whenever they listen that I am a lead generation specialist, they ask me for data.
Yeah.
That I will give them some corporate data, I will scrape some data for them, and they will. So it's like,
Yeah,
if
that
I'm-
has been the
I-
traditional approach.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So if, for example, just imagine I'm giving you that data.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
How you will qualify them? How you will be? Suppose I'm giving you the 2,000 people data, but maybe 2001 person will be your ideal client.
Yes.
So it will be like you are giving efforts on that 2000 client, and that then you are missing that one person. So we are going to we will understand, and as you understand how I guide them.
Yeah.
So anyone asks me for data, I just sit with them. I just ask them, please tell me about your service, tell me about your product. Let me understand what is your product and service. Then I will try to understand who will be your audience,
Right.
who will be target audience,
Right.
who will be ideal buyer for your service or product. Then we understand how to promote and how to get in front of that people,
Right.
and how, after getting in front of them, how we can take their data, that if someone is actually interested, now the process to capture their data. So then with that strategy, with inbound and outbound marketing, we try to capture their data and we nurture them later.
Oh, so you give them qualified leads.
Yes.
Actually, you basically evaluate them, talk to them, and then probably pass it on to the client that yes, this is almost 60 to 70% converted. You do the rest. Is that correct?
Yes. The conversion is not 50 to 60%. You know that industry standards at 5 to 10% is the conversion. But it's like you should have a call.
By conversion, I mean they are convinced.
Yeah, almost. When you're, I have seen the data. There are different strategies to qualify your lead.
Yeah.
Means if you are there, it always depends nature of business and resources that you have.
Yeah.
For example, if I would like to give an example, I have few clients. Those are into travel industry.
Right.
There are few clients, for them I make sure that they get their leads on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And if someone is we were doing some Insta from on Meta, we were unable to qualify that lead because that data lead were taking automated details, and people were denying that yes, I didn't requested for anything. We were facing such problem. But now phase like how we can qualify them. What is the qualify means? That person is saying that yes, I am interested in that. So what we started WhatsApp marketing, where if someone is looking for your offers promotion and that person is coming on WhatsApp, and we have given some automated FAQs, like if someone is looking for your offer or whatever you're advertising, and he might be thinking 4 to 5 questions in his mind. but we what we do it on automation. If someone is coming on WhatsApp, we have some 4 to 5 automated FAQs. He click on that FAQ, he get automated reply for that question, and once that person is get question, then we said if you are interested to learn more, please reply yes. So now you imagine that someone is coming to your WhatsApp, he's asking you one question, he's getting the answer, and again he's saying yes. Now you tell me, sir, how much he's interested to take your service.
Yes,
and product.
definitely his interest is generated, and he wants more information. That is why he's actually chatting and going ahead.
Yes. Do you think he will
On-
say, I'm not interested in your product?
No, later on, no. Once he knows probably more details, is the likelihood of conversion increases.
Exactly.
But after going through all this, in your experience, what are the common mistakes that the businessmen or small businesses actually do, and how do you rectify and then approach to such mistakes?
The basic mistake is that if you are getting any lead, it's not. So, for example, if someone is recommending that I have recommended you to someone for your business, like we call it as a referral. So, do you think how many referrals do you follow up? You are
Very difficult.
Yes, it's very difficult to follow up with the referrals that are very high qualified lead, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It means someone has already recommended for your service, and you do not have to convince that person that much. He's already convinced that someone has already done rapport building for you. You just have to tell them formality, convince them, and the deal is closed. We are unable to track and follow up with the such referrals. And just imagine you are getting 10 to 15 qualified leads every day. Calculate, you are getting almost 300 leads in a month, and how you are able to convince them. So what happens, people do lead generation, but they don't have any system in place to convince and nurture them and to take sales out of them. So first of all, people come to me and they say, I want lead. After taking the lead services, I ask them, do you have that much of sales team in the back end, those who can handle that much of lead?
Exactly.
So there we solve that problem by filtering that qualified lead. If you say that I am unable to handle 300 leads in a month, so what we try to do, we try to generate 30 qualified leads, but it depends. If you are doing a filtration for you, that lead cost get higher. But if you want that, no, I am okay with 30 leads, I can handle 30 leads, then we will set up a funnel that will generate only 30 leads for a month, and that will give a very good result. But the only thing is that the cost of the lead might get varied, but it depends. The problem is that you should have a system in a place that will nurture and do follow up for your leads.
So you will actually do the nurturing of the lead so that the client does not make much of mistakes, and all the other crucial parts are handled by you and your team, right?
Yes. We suggest them to have some automated system in place.
Okay.
Because if you are hiring someone, it takes a month, 2 to 3 weeks time to explain them the product. Then he will try to pitch that person, he will do cold calling, then he will understand the psychology of the client, and after 1 or 2 months that person will be in a good sales. But imagine you have one system who is doing this for you on automation basis 24/7, even at a midnight. Someone is filling your form at 12 midnight. What he will expect, I want some answer to my query. If someone is putting that lead coming into your funnel, he is getting his answer at midnight 12. And then now it's our work to connect and close.
So when you say you actually generate high quality leads or highly qualified leads, what is the exact process that you follow so that your client is satisfied that he has got a good lead and the probability of conversion is much higher?
Yes. So as you said that some clients are looking for very high qualified lead. So some clients need quantity of the leads and some client needs quality of the lead.
Yeah, that would actually depend on the nature of
Nature
business.
of
If
the
I'm
exactly.
selling FMCG like butters and ice creams and clothing,
Yeah.
toys, I need quantity.
Quantity. Yes.
Yeah.
So similarly, so as I said, so we select platforms accordingly. I would like to give some example. We were doing one campaign for finance company, those who are offering some loans. So they are like they need lots of leads
Yeah.
because they have team lined up who can do callings and all. So their target is to have 10 to 15 leads someone, but they are looking for qualified lead. So if they want affordable solution with quality, we say we have new in earlier days Meta were not verifying the leads, but
Yeah.
now we have got one feature. If someone is putting that form and filling the form, he has to verify his number with the OTP.
Yes.
So imagine if someone is putting his number, his or her number, and then putting OTP to pass that lead. It means
He is interested.
He is interested,
Interested to go further.
and
with that.
we have checked with them that how's your response with new leads.
Yes.
He said that yes, they are. Nobody is saying no. Means it's like out of 10 leads, only 2 to 3 are denying. Otherwise, out of 10 people, 6 to 7 people are saying this.
About
we are looking.
70% good qualified leads
Yes,
ready
they are
for
interested.
conversion. Yes.
Later part is that they are not qualified because of their CIBIL issue. They have some
That's
DPDs,
okay.
but they are saying that yes, we are looking for that service.
And especially in case of products,
Yeah.
how do you actually? They are not leads; they are generating customers.
Yes.
So how do you do that? The generate quantity. One after the other, the sale keeps on happening, whether online or offline.
Yes, as I said,
Or like the restaurant business that you had, you want completely footfalls
exactly.
coming in day and night as long as you are open.
Yes. So product and restaurant service are the both different things.
Yeah.
If you are going into product, similarly you can utilize both the strategies. You can utilize inbound and outbound strategy both for the both business.
Yeah.
But it's like choosing the priority.
Yeah.
How much budget you have, and how fast or how slow or how steadily leads you want. If you are looking for steady solution and you want to go long term game plan, we suggest them for organic methods.
Okay.
As you said, if you are, for example, if you say that if you want to promote a restaurant, so what we recommend that if you want optimize your Google profile.
Yeah.
So it's a steady process. You can go for the Google profile, people will search for your restaurant, but someone else competitor coming on top. Now it's your responsibility to take your profile on top.
Exactly.
But it will take time. It's a time taking process. But once you come on top, you can maintain that position for a very long time. But now you are saying, I am a new restaurant, I want leads and footfall immediately. What we'll do, we will use same strategy. We will use a Google profile, but now what we are doing LSA. It's a local service ads.
Yeah.
So we will shift to the paid promotion. So this is how we control. Whether you want quantity, quality, speed, everything can be controlled. Means if you are into business, there is a basic rule, sir. You know that anything measurable can be scalable.
Yes.
So if you are into business and service product, if you cannot control flow of your leads and if your service and your clients, if you cannot control, you cannot scale.
Yes.
You should be able to control flow of your leads at your will.
Yes. And in case of products, especially,
Yeah.
the control has to be quite a bit, and you have to get a continuous flow.
Exactly.
And increase day by day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
so your leads have to be accordingly generated every day.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Now, normally we hear when you talk of leads, there are some hot leads or there are some cold leads, right or wrong leads or something like that. So there are a lot of warm leads, right? Hot leads. So what does these terms mean actually in terms of your part jargons and
you have it's a very good question.
Yeah.
What happened? Every business owner thinks like I will sell my product to everyone.
Yeah.
There is and you are into the same industry, there is another rule.
Yeah.
If you try to sell everyone,
You sell no one.
no one.
Yes.
So similarly, if you try to promote your product or service, you should know who is your ideal customer avatar.
Yes.
We call it as the ideal customer avatar.
Yeah.
So after knowing your ideal customer avatar, we break them into three phases. One is hot lead, warm lead, and cold lead.
Okay.
Hot lead is the one who is actually looking for your service. For example, just now I have gave some example. For example, someone is looking for housekeeping services.
Yeah.
If that person is Google, going on Google and looking for that services, it means how easy to convert that person.
Right.
So you can say that person is very hot lead.
Yes.
Example, that person is looking for your service, your profile is coming on top, and that person is calling you.
Yeah.
That we can call it as a hot lead.
Yeah.
And that person is actually looking for you and that person is ready to take the decision.
Yeah.
Warm lead, like people, those who are just looking for example, if someone has a wedding in December, but that person will start exploring right now that who is good vendor,
Yeah.
flower arrangement, who is good makeup artist. So that person will start to explore that services 2 to 3 months prior.
Yeah.
We can call that person as a warm lead,
Yeah.
because he will not take the decision, but he is on the phase that he will take decision after some time. Cold audience are the, like in a product industry, as we say, people are not aware of your product.
Yeah.
They even don't know you exist.
Yeah.
So we have to follow the phase. That person is not aware of your service. We have to take that person from cold to warm, that we have to make them a desire that they want your product, and then we make them hot, that now yes, we want that product. And that is completely about getting front of them,
Yeah.
educating about you, and then make them buy.
So what you are saying is basically lead generation is largely digital, social media, organic ads, non-organic ads, etc. Are there some offline methods also that are available? Traditional method or something that
Yes.
still work and which are still recognized by people?
Yes. Actually, when we are talking about the digitalization, we cannot digitalize everything 100%, because I have few clients, those who are into distance education.
Yes.
So what we were doing online ads for them, but they are not getting that targeted audience, because they have very, very specific requirement that we want engineering student, that they are into final years of their exam. And so we don't have that much of micro level targeting on digital platform that we will make them interested, or we can reach out to them with that much of targeting. So what they do, they plan some seminars, they do some sponsors, they do take some stalls in the college functions, or they arrange some seminar, say. So they they do seminar, give all the information about their program, and at the once the program ends, that people come to them and they fill up the form and show the interest.
Yes.
So this is a method of offline lead generation. And another thing is that if you are into networking group, so if you are joining in a networking group, you can tell them about your business and they refer you something. So this is also another part of getting leads. And if you have seen lots of time in outside station, shopping malls, you can see that there are lots of people, those who are shows, what we say, they are giving some pamphlets, and if someone is coming to inquire them, they are taking their data, they are giving some free sample, and now they are taking data.
Some kind
So
of
these are traditional
smaller
methods.
events, or
Exactly.
in-shop events or local
Yes.
events that would generate actually the leads.
Leads,
right?
yes.
Right. Okay. And again, coming back to the qualified leads, how do you actually ensure that the lead is qualified and not just numbered? People used to give 10,000 data, 20,000 data. So, they are not just restricted to number, and they are actually what you said, qualified, hot or warm leads, highly probable for conversion. So,
Right.
how do you ensure that kind of a thing?
Yes, as I told you, if we are doing some strategy, inbound and outbound strategy, what we make sure that we are not just fetching their data automation
Yeah.
on automation, and you're calling them and they're saying I didn't fill the form. So what we do, we add some steps to fill the data. For example, if we are taking them, as I recently told you, there are n number of strategies. But for example, first strategy is that if we are taking on WhatsApp, we are asking them, we are giving them five frequently asked questions. That person is clicking on that. That person is getting automated reply, and then we are asking them, if you are interested, say yes. So this is how we are qualifying. Another method is that recently I inform you that that person, if while filling the form, that person is putting OTP, that is one time password. So you know that people are nowadays hesitate to give some OTPs.
Yes.
If that person is putting that OTP and that data is coming to his, it's like that person knows why he is filling the form.
Yeah.
Third thing is that if you want very high qualified lead, what we do, we insert more questions. That if you are running ads, that the platform fetch the data. But if for example we are into real estate,
Yeah.
we are running the ad, and what automated data will be fetched: name, phone number, email address. But that platform cannot fetch in what type of property is interested: 2 BHK, 3 BHK, 1
Right.
BHK. So what we do, we add some qualifying questions: in what type of property is looking. Another question we ask: in how much duration you are planning to buy the property, and what's
Exactly.
your budget.
Yeah.
So if person is putting that much of form, filling the question and then submitting the form, it means we are qualifying with the with precise detail. Means the raw precise, like he's looking for 1 BHK, he's looking after he's ready to buy after 4 to 5 months, and he has this much of budget. So this is how you get to know that you want to contact that person or not.
Yeah.
You can just give a try, but you're now you know that person is qualified or not.
Yeah.
Or if you are saying, what we do, another thing, we take that person on landing page.
Yeah.
It's like lots of time you have seen that you are clicking on something, and the very good example is like Live Space.
Right.
Everyone knows about Live Space is a very big name in a interior designing industry. So you would have seen when you're talking about interior designing, you start getting ads of Live Space, and once you click on that Live Space ad, that ad will take you to the landing page. And once you are reaching to that landing page, you are getting 4 to 5 qualifying question: how much area that you have, 1.5 BHK, 2 BHK area, and in how soon and later you are looking for that interior designing. And after filling that form, you submit. It means this much they are following that landing page strategy. So this is how they are. These are the 2 to 3 methods. There are n number of methods, but these are the basic methods that are used to qualify your lead.
So you actually, when you generate qualified leads, which tools or platforms do you use beyond just social media and digital? What are the other platforms or tools that you use to actually generate a qualified lead, and then you capture that lead and follow up on that lead? What
Yeah.
exactly, on which platforms do you do that?
Yeah. So first, if you see, there are n number of platforms around you. Google is the platform, Pinterest is the platform, YouTube is the platform, Meta is the one of them, Snapchat. Means you name the platform. That platform is good platform for to generate leads. But it always depend what type of business that you have. Then we select the platforms where you have to go.
Yeah.
Offline platforms are there. You can do lead generation through offline. But as I told you, Google is for mostly we use for intention based services, and Meta are for the interests, like people, if that person get to see, like for example that person is into makeup, if we are do salon and spa services.
Yeah.
So if we are giving some, if we are throwing some offer, so people will take that offer if they get to know that offer is there. But what if we are doing that offer for pest control? People will not take that pest control offer just because they are offering the pest control, and he will do that. No, he will do pest control when he will need it.
Basically, the impulse products, or basically service based.
Exactly. Same. So now the next question is, what type of platform we use to handle that leads? So first of all, there are lots of CRMs are there. Zoho is there, HubSpot is there. You can for the WhatsApp automation you can have Vati. We have our personalized vendors. We where we can give you the some APIs in what. So what happens if you are generating leads and WhatsApp? So what happens? You have that mobile, yeah, that phone number in your device.
Yes.
How you can pass that leads to your team members, those who has contacted you on WhatsApp. So we give them some dashboards where 4 to 5 years user can log into that WhatsApp conversation, and it's like having live agent. So you can handle your leads very precisely and with very personalized touch. So this is how we do it. In Zoho, there are where you can do automated email marketing, and you can nurture the leads through some automated platforms are there. So these are multiple.
So today also we talk about a lot of the CRM systems.
Yes.
And various kind of CRM systems are available today. And how important it is to have these CRM systems and a good CRM system in place for lead generation.
Like previously I have as I informed you,
Yeah.
like even if you're getting a good referral from your friends and relatives and from your networking group, you are getting 2 to 3 leads in a day, but still you are unable to do follow up.
Exactly.
Lots of qualified referrals you are losing. Leads are the leads even aren't that qualified. You are unable to handle your referrals. How you are able to handle that your leads that coming? So as I told you, how if you have capacity, like if your agent is able to call 30 to 40% in a day,
Yeah.
but now you have it's not like if you are getting 10 leads a day,
Yeah.
after a month you have got 300 leads a day. But it's not key if you have that 300 data, you are calling it once in a day and you are leaving that lead.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen.
A continuous follow up. And
You need a continuous follow with that 300 people, and another 300 are about to come. So you should have that personalized and prompt reply to them, and nurturing should be
Yes.
the nurturing should be done simultaneously. Now what we'll do? So when you have the CRM, that CRM do that process for you on automation. Now imagine you have 300 leads, and there are some follow-ups. Someone has given you call back. He has asked you to call back after 2 days. So how you are able to track that? Then if you have the CRM, you can manage your lead with very precisely, that every money that you are investing will give you the sale.
Exactly. So what you say is basically there are a lot of variables and a lot of other features, call after 2 days, this, that, etc. So don't you think there's be a lot of automation required, and how does that automation first of course help, and secondly how would you smartly use that automation?
As I told you, the automation is the future. If you want to scale your business, you cannot do your business with the traditional ways.
Yeah.
As I told you, what
Exactly.
if someone is filling your form at midnight 12?
Yeah.
Right? You don't have your sales executive who will handle you that lead at midnight 12.
Exactly.
You should have someone. And as I told you, that automation, we can do automation in such a way that if someone is filling that form today, so we can put the 1 month automation in a place for the nurturing. Like he's coming into funnel, he's showing interest in your product, we have got his number, and now we have setting that on first day he should get some introductory message, on second day he should get some testimonials, on third day he should know some benefits. In the sales we say that if you are buying some product, if you have one product, there are 10 to 15 features because of that product will be get sold, but you never know on which point that person will get convinced that that person need that product. So nurturing does the same thing, that the nurturing on automation, we are trying to show them the different angles of that product and service.
Automation is actually very important.
Yes.
Because at a time when you're generating so many leads, it is very difficult to handle all those leads manually.
True.
and at all the times.
Yes,
But with automation, you can handle all of them at any given point.
anytime.
Any time.
There is a, like, you don't have any limit.
Yeah.
You can handle thousands and thousands of leads on automation.
Right. Right.
And you do not have to train anything.
Yeah.
It's like you do not have to give some personality that person is coming. You should give some different training for that funnel. It will work for you 24/7. He will do the same thing that he's doing today. He will do the same thing tomorrow and day after tomorrow also. And he will not take a leave.
Yeah, exactly.
The automation will not take a leave.
Yes.
Unplanned
So,
leave.
yeah, exactly. So, Sandeep, could you share us a real-time case, of a client of yours who has generated surprisingly good results by using all these methods and strategies that we have just spoken about?
Yes.
And he has really got good results, and his sales have grown up exponentially, and he's very, very happy. And you would also like to replicate these kind of experiences for your other clients.
Sure. So my best examples,
Yeah.
I would say one of my best example is resort.
Okay.
I have in few months back we took one resort for the promotion, and on the Google profile they were looking for some quality leads. I said that if you are the, like, people will look for you,
Yes.
and you should be there on Google. When I checked their profile, that their number was not updated. So in first 15 to 20 days we updated their number. Okay, and we started working on their profile. So in the first month we didn't get 0 call. In next month we got around 40 calls tracker, and in next month 75 before the peak season was coming. So client said that I was doing that marketing for my off season. I do not want to do it further. I said this is the time where you should continue.
Actually,
it.
yes. Yeah.
And in the next month from 75 they got 209 calls in a single month with organic strategy only.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Without spending too much of money.
Yes, without spending. They were spending too much money on social media.
Yeah.
It's not I want to offend social media, but like their target audience is looking for them on Google. So I suggested them, first you should be there. Secondly, you should go on social. So this is how we decide priorities.
Yeah.
Where you should first invest. This is your primary stage or platform where you should invest first, then secondary, then tertiary.
Okay. So you first identify, again it comes to the same thing, the right target audience.
Exactly.
What are they looking for and where they are looking for these kind of needs.
Yes.
Exactly.
I have another example. Like the importance of controlling your leads.
Yeah.
Importance of controlling your leads. You can, for example, we have one client who is Rudra Adventures. They are into adventure tourism.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have one event which is called as Firefly Festival. And that happens only 1 or 2 weeks prior to monsoon.
Okay.
It means you have only 2 weeks time period to promote that event, and you have only 1 month time period to generate the leads.
Okay.
You can generate leads 3 months or 4 months prior. You can generate leads only 30 days prior to that event.
Okay.
And you have only 2 weeks time period to give that service. So now you know how aggressively, how interesting leads you need. So we are doing lead generation from there where they are getting maybe their lead cost coming out 25 to 27 rupees, and they got very good conversion and they're happy with. They are with me since last 3 years.
Oh, that is good. And they are doing good business.
They are doing
especially for this kind of event.
Yeah.
Have you ever also turned around a client who's struggling with the sales pipeline through your lead generation methods and strategies?
So didn't get to this.
I mean, have you ever turned around a client who has leads but is not able to convert, and he has a lot of things in the pipeline but not able to actually generate business? But through this lead generation and nurturing, has he actually improved his sales?
Yes, there are multiple cases.
Yeah.
As you said, that problem happens like they are getting leads into their funnel, but are they qualified leads? The
Yeah.
first question comes: are they qualified leads?
Yes.
Means I have seen multiple. I have seen few businesses, those who are into real estate.
Yeah.
Uh, they say that we are getting leads, but they are not saying that we don't have a. We are not interested.
Yeah.
We didn't any. We even didn't inquire for your.
Uh-huh.
We even didn't inquire for the property. They were getting such problems.
Yeah.
So what we do, we started qualifying their leads. First, we did them through putting multiple qualifying questions.
Yeah.
What type of property you're looking? 2 BHK, 3 BHK, 1.5 BHK. Then we put another filter that was asking for budget, like how much budget you have. Then how soon and far you're looking. You're looking for ready to move or under construction property. So after getting and applying that filter, that they have, now they are getting good qualified leads. They are getting good connectivity, I would say. Sales is the different thing, but now they are saying that yes, that once our sales team is saying and calling that person is saying yes, we are interested. Now sales part comes later. Now
Yeah.
they are getting good connectivity.
Connectivity. Yeah. So, are there any specific types of businesses or industries or products which actually benefit more from lead generation activities than somebody else?
Yes, absolutely. Mostly service industry needs continuous leads into their funnel.
Yeah.
I would say for on top, travel tourism industry comes on top, resorts, and the businesses, those who are intention based. For example, why is resort and travel, sir? Because if you are going to any resort, how many times you will repeat that resort?
Probably not even once, unless you are absolutely over impressed.
You will
with it. Yes.
go once or twice,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It means though you are able to acquire one client, he will comes to your property one or second time max,
Yeah.
and he will refer to other. It means that people are always looking for new resorts, new villas.
Yeah.
So you always need fresh leads. Always means you continuously need fresh leads to take your in travel tourism also.
Yeah.
If like they are planning some international trips, unless and until you are not making the awareness that you are planning this tour travel, that we have such packages,
Yeah.
then people wouldn't come to you.
Exactly. Yes.
People will not come and go that best. They will just best packages
Yeah.
or how to go. They will be just go blindly. And if you're doing, for example, I'm planning to do international trip.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for multiple options where I should like go. But now you are running one ad that we are going for a Dubai with this much of package. What will he do? He will consider Dubai. He will consider your package and he will contact you. And he is already ready to go some trip. Now you have to convince them come Dubai.
Okay. Once you get a lead, and probably it's a qualified lead, what is the method that you follow to nurture it properly to lead it to 100% conversion?
For example, sometimes we are unable to 100% responsible for end-to-end sales.
Yes.
Right? Lead, it means not we are not promising you end-to-end sale.
Yeah.
We can do it in product, right? But it's not. If we are into service, what we'll make sure that person, we are able to get you the contact details of the person, those who are looking for your service. We will guide them, we will educate them about your service on automation, like they are getting WhatsApp frequent on steadily or strategic messages on their WhatsApp. As I told you, first day they are getting introductory message, second day they are getting some benefit message and different kind of message, and then they are coming to you. Similarly, as I told you, I am getting multiple service provider vendors for their services. I am getting their frequent message when I need that product or service. What I will do, I will prefer that person.
Yeah.
Means if you are offering means like I get multiple vendors for some XYZ CRMs and
Exactly.
platforms.
Yeah.
So for that time I don't need that product. if someone is giving me and sending me frequent messages and WhatsApp, what I will do, I will prefer someone who is on top,
Yeah.
who is continuously communicating with me. And if we talk about the product, for example, where in product their end-to-end sales calls happen. For example, if you have seen Swiggy and Zomato,
Yeah.
they will throw some offers. After looking at the offer, you buy that product.
Product. Yes.
So in product we can do some end-to-end sales, but in service is difficult because after that it's a service. In service industry, person is connected with another person, so that cannot happen in automation. But what we can do, we can connect that person with the business.
So, as a lead generation specialist, is it the part of your responsibility to bridge the gap between the lead, qualified lead, and actual conversion, actual sale? Or you leave it at a certain point and the client takes it up from there?
See, into lead generation, we make sure that they are getting good connectivity and good conversion when their salespeople and their automation is working. As I told you, name the industry. For example, I was doing lead generation for Firefly Festival. That person is interested to go that event. We are giving them the contact. That person is ready to. We are asking them how. We have some qualifying questions. Like if we have 2 to 3 days, on which date you are willing to go, how many packs means how many people will be coming, and which location or any preferences that you have, we are asking. That person is coming to that firm, he's giving his preferences. Now we know what he want, but even though I want to involve in this process, I cannot take responsibility. Now that person, that service provider has to contact and understand the requirement from where they are coming. They will guide, they will, and then they will do a transaction with that service provider.
Yeah.
So we are not completely responsible for that end-to-end conversion.
Okay.
But we are making sure that you know the enough data of that person that to take your service.
But would you do you apply a formula or some sequence of events to ensure that the conversion happens? Nurture a lead to that extent that conversion is more likely to happen. Any sequence of events or any kind of formula that you apply?
Yes, there are for if you are doing any nurturing.
Yeah.
See, there is a basic marketing formula. We call it as IDA.
Yeah.
It's attention, interest, desire, and then action.
Yeah.
So in the nurturing, what we make sure that when we are running some campaigns, so first what we are doing, we are taking attention from them. If that person is looking for your service in coming to Google, and we are making sure your profile is coming top, we have done with the phase of attention. If person is scrolling on their other media and we are showing our service, and that person is filling the form, it's like we are done with the attention phase. Now second phase is that interest. In nurturing, we make sure that we show them the content that will increase interest of that person into your product or service. So, and after creating the interest, we make sure that person should be it's a desire phase. We make sure that person should create some desire about having that product or service on automation. And action, at the end action, that person will call you upfrontly to take your service, or when your salesperson will call, that person will be already is aware about your product, service, everything. Now he is ready to take your service.
Another concept, Sandeep, in lead generation, that today these networking has become extremely important, and it also leads to lead generation basically.
Yes, right.
So how does these networking groups and local businesses, etc., lead to lead generation, and would you recommend them?
I will definitely recommend them to join networking groups. For example, if you're doing lead generation ad, you will be able to generate B2C business and D2C business, right? You are able to make some end-to-end sales. And what happens, there are lots of convincing is involved, nurturing is involved. It's a automation process and scalable process. But when you are going to network, networking platforms, and if someone is recommending your service to someone, it's like almost easy sale for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like you do not have to convince you that if you want to sell anything, there's a trust is the prime comes on prime top.
Right.
Like if before taking it, if someone is recommending you about your service, then it's a like trust factor is always getting lower, that they will not that they will like, yes, if someone is recommending my someone I know, he's recommending that service, that person, then he will now look for the features and benefits what is
Yes, the
getting.
networking groups actually help to people know face to face, generate that trust and confidence to recommend them to their
Absolutely.
clients, friends, family, etc.
Yes, but the second best part of the networking group is that you get to do collaboration with other businesses.
Right.
For
Exactly.
example, I am into lead generation. Like it's not like that other digital marketing person is my competition.
Yes.
Even if I would say other digital marketing agencies are my good clients, because as I told you, digital marketing is like engineering.
Yes.
Nobody can master all type of engineering. Similarly, nobody can master all type of platforms. So if that person, if that agency knows that I'm a lead generation expert, they would say, yes, my client needs lead generation. He will be good in SEO, that person will be good at PPC ads, will be at e-commerce selling. But when he's talking about the lead generation, when he knows that I'm good at lead generation for services, he will say that he will give me his 4 to 5 clients at a time.
Exactly.
I cannot do that in lead generation.
Exactly.
So networking will create the collaborations.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, you are recommending networking. You are also saying that it is important to invest in lead generation activities rather than just rely on word of mouth and some kind of other activities.
Absolutely. Means if you're traditionally, it used to happen that you are relied on word of mouth activity.
Yeah.
But just take a pause and think about it. How many people will recommend you in a day,
Yeah.
and how continuously it's going to happen?
Yes.
Nobody is going to recommend. Nobody. You are unable to control how many people is going to recommend you in a day.
Yeah.
Right, you cannot control that. You cannot control that 4 people will refer me in a day.
Yeah.
Right, it's uncertainty.
Yeah.
You may get 10 reference in a day,
Yeah.
or one day you will get a single reference in a day.
Yeah.
Right, your business shouldn't your business needs continuous flows of leads. You need a fresh business every day.
Yeah.
And as I told you, you should have control your leads over your leads.
Yeah.
Like if you want to scale 10 times, you have some system, now you are able to generate 10 times lead.
Yeah.
You said that I don't have manpower today for suppose I'm generating 10 leads a day, I have a manpower today who can handle only 5, so you can control, you can take that leads to 5 leads a day. So this is how you can control, and what you are doing, you are saving your time and saving your money and saving your resources.
So, as a takeaway, what piece of advice would you give it to new startups, smaller businesses who want to actually grow but don't know the direction and are struggling to grow their sales?
I have seen the basic problem, and the problem is in their mindset. If you are trying to grow your business, if you are unable to identify your target audience,
Yes.
your ideal avatar,
Yes.
because in the starting phase only you decide your target audience, then you plan your branding,
Yes.
what will be your positioning, then you will plan your marketing, and then you will plan your sales. The moment you make a mistake in identifying your right audience, for example, if you think my audience is on social media, and that pest control agency is throwing ads on social media in a starting phase,
Yeah.
so they are just burning their money.
Yeah.
If the basic means they should understand they should understand their target audience, and you have to understand their psychology.
Exactly.
If someone need your pest control service, where he will go?
No.
He will try to look for you on Google.
Exactly.
Then there is no sense of throwing some ads on social media
Yeah.
to get that leads.
Yeah.
That person will show the interest, but he will not take your service.
Yeah.
Because he don't need that thing. Nobody will plan to do that. Like if you are doing some pest control, there are some preparations that you have to do, like
Yes, yeah.
shifting, yeah, like they do some things
Yes.
in some process.
Yeah.
So they will not do it that I have seen that offer, now I will plan my home according to take that offer. It will not happen. So first you should understand who is your ideal customer avatar, and then you should select the marketing strategy.
Right. And lead generation to start with.
Exactly. Lead generation is like, if you are into startup business, then having a qualified lead.
Yeah.
You are with the limited budget, you are with the limited resources,
Yeah.
you are with the limited manpower.
Yes, exactly.
You cannot waste a day. If you are wasting a day, it means it is going to give you the financial burden.
Yes, exactly. Also, Sandeep, as the technology is increasing, every hour, every day, we see some new things coming up in marketing technology and a lot of other social media and all these things. So, as a lead generation expert, what are the new trends you see coming up, and how excited you are to use them for your strategies as a lead generation expert?
For now, as we are into service industry,
Yeah.
it's like there is nothing like a trend.
Yeah.
It's only about a platform.
Yeah.
Times come, new platform get emerged,
Yeah.
right? So for example,
So
first,
you have to pick up the right one.
yes, as I told you, when you know where is your target audience is there. I'm not attached with the Meta, I'm not attached with the Google,
Yeah.
right? If my audience is going on shifting on different platform,
Exactly.
then I will shift my platforms as well.
You have to change your strategies as
Yes.
per your target audience.
Yes, you
And
have
their movement as a customer.
exactly.
Okay. A lot of good information on marketing and especially lead generations we have got from you, Sandeep. So to sum up these things, would you like to do a 1 minute elevator pitch or some closing statement which would benefit all of us, especially the small startups and small businesses who want to grow?
As for the small startup, I will always say that the myth that or that basic practices you are thinking that if my product is good or my service is good, people will come automatically. That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
This is the generation. People were doing window shopping,
Yes.
but nowadays people are looking for your services on mobile. So you should be there. And the basic mistake I have seen startups, when they invest lots of money in their infra, lots of money into their staff, and number of things, branding and everything. When it's time to invest in marketing and lead generation, they say that if I will have the money to invest, then I will invest.
Yes.
But if you are not investing today, then how will you get
The process has to be reversed actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are spending a hell lot of money in infrastructure. For
Yes,
example,
yes.
if you are creating a salon and spa with the gold plating in it,
Yes.
but nobody's there to look that service. You are
Exactly.
not reaching there.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. You have a very decent spa, but your spa is reaching out to them
Yeah.
and taking your service, and you are generating good leads. Those who are interested to take your service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simple.
Simple. Good. Good. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for this wonderful information, which will be of great benefit to especially the startups and service and other products who are actually struggling to get consistent sales.
Yes.
Because they're not able to identify either the right target audience and therefore not able to generate good leads.
Right.
So it will be very, very beneficial to a lot of people watching this and their friends, families, and other referrals. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for sparing your time and giving us this wonderful piece of
Yes.
information.
Thank you so much for giving me the
Thank you so
opportunity
much.
and letting